All right, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So you guys can't tell already by the sound of my voice, man, I am sick. I keep getting sick from my kids. For those of you that are new here, I got a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old. They're in daycare full time. And it seems like every time those little boogers come home with snotty noses, I always get whatever they get. I'm always the first one to get sick in the house, and I'm always the last to shake it. It's literally like clockwork around here. So with that being said, that's going to affect the style of fishing that I do today. And I'm not going to be able to throw my artificials. Now, I love to throw Z-Man and all my iStrike products literally at the rate of 100 casts per hour when I'm out there on the water. I am moving and shaking, but honestly, I don't have the strength to do it today. So I'm going to just take the easy route, and I'm going to soak something on the bottom. Now, a lot of you guys have been asking me to do a live bait video. So in my mind, this makes sense to crank out this style of fishing for you guys. And honestly, I'm a little excited to do it. I haven't been able to fish live bait inshore since probably the fall, about 4 or 5 months ago. So my plan is to honestly kind of head out to some of these back creek systems that are wind protected, because again, we are still pretty high winds today. And I'm gonna try to net some live bait on my way out. Hopefully I can bump into some menhaden or some finger mullet like you saw in last week's video. If I get, kind of work in that general direction and I can't find any live bait, then I'll pull out my wallet and I'll ride over to Yellow Bluff Marina and I will pay the man for his shrimp. But fishing easy is honestly going to be in the cards for me today. So as always, thank you guys so much for your support. I'm going to get a couple Carolina rigs rigged up, and I'll see you on the first spot. All right, they're all right here. I can see them boiling under the boat. Get down there. There we go. We're done. That's what I wanted. Some of those are a little too big, but I'll pop some big hooks on them and we will just roll with it. Toss some big bait, see if we can get some big trout or something like that. All right, so we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. There's probably 2 dozen nice sized mullet right there. All right, we got some big old shrimp as well. We got a nice sized croaker right here. All right, man, we got bait now. All right, so I went ahead and I have pre-rigged 3 rods. They're all pretty much set up the same, just slightly variance in weights. But I'm gonna be fishing Carolina rigs, you guys. I talk about fishing easy, man. It doesn't get any easier than this. Carolina rigs are very, very simple rigs to set up. It's kind of they're almost a no-brainer. But for those of you that may be new to bottom fishing, let me take just a quick second to show you what it is. So this is a 1/2 ounce egg sinker. I have it just kind of threaded through the braid side of my line. Below that is a glass bead. In this instance, it's actually plastic. I have a Palomar knot that's connected to my swivel. Connected to the bottom end of that swivel is a piece of leader here. It's roughly about 10 inches or so, not really too long. And this is a 20-pound monofilament leader. This is a 3/0 circle hook, and that is it, you guys. These Carolina rigs are extremely simple. Really, the only variances that you have on a Carolina rig is varying the size of your hook or varying the size of your weight, depending on how much current you do have, and then the style weight that you can use. If you want your weight to your bait to kind of sit down in a very, very specific spot, you can use a sinker that doesn't have this kind of shape to it. You can use a sinker that's a little more flattened out, or a no-roll style sinker. Now, when it comes to bait, I was able to grab some frozen shrimp from my freezer. Don't let my wife know, but I grabbed some wild-caught shrimp that we got from Costco. These things are honestly a little too big to be able to rig up the whole thing, because they are like a 21 count shrimp. But you can take these and cut them into halves or thirds, and you're just basically going to put these things on that circle hook and soak them down on the bottom. Now, what I am interested in, the type of structure I'm interested in, is all these trees that have pretty much fallen down in the water. Now, as I'm coming into this creek system, I'm obviously scanning the edges and I'm looking to see where the trees have fallen in. Once I identify where they've fallen in, I can do two things. I can now look to see where the current break is. You'll basically see a disturbance in the water. That'll let you know kind of how far out the trees are coming. Or you can use your side scan if you have that option on your chart plotter. Now on my Senrad Go 9, it has a really good side scan option. I basically come into this creek system, I set it up on a right side scan only, and it allows me to see how many of these trees are laying down in the water. It allows me to see how far out they're coming from, basically from the edge or from land. And that gives me an idea on which piece that I'm going to set up on. Now, this piece that I'm setting up on here is right back here behind the boat. You can see the tree kind of comes out. You see a lot of disturbance, and that's what I'm interested in. So I basically pulled the boat up, I've marked the structure, and then it got to a point where I wasn't marking structure anymore. And that lets me know that, X amount of feet behind the boat is where that tree begins. So what I want to do now is put that shrimp on that hook, drop it down, and slowly allow it to kind of jump it back and come back a little bit further and further until I get onto the edge of those trees. Now, I don't want to drop it straight down in the trees because it's a big mess. It's an easy way to get snagged up and lose everything really quick. But if you do drop it down on the edge of this structure, whether it be at the front side, the back side, or out here on the point of the structure that's sitting out in the water, it's a good way to catch fish. If you're fishing up current like I am, it allows that shrimp and cut mullet scent to kind of get out there, and those fish will kind of sniff it out, and then they'll just start working their way up to where that shrimp is. Now, types of species that are in this area here: trout, redfish, black drum, sheep's head, basically every type of inshore species. You'll probably be some flounder here, although I don't think they're going to go after a piece of cut bait. But there's all kinds of fish to be caught here, and like I said, this is very easy fishing. This is, again, another 3/0 circle. We'll just pop it through just like that. And for the weight, I got a pyramid sinker on here. I wanted an option for some sort of a weight to not roll around on me. Just toss her a little further back. So I'm just going to throw it and let it set. I'm not really going to try to retrieve it because I don't want it to get hung up on a log or anything like that. So we'll just kind of wait and see if we get a bite. What happens? We may get broke off, but it's okay. It's the name of the game. I think something's got this. Or it had it. It got bumped like crazy, whatever it was. It's a bluefish. He won't let go. Look at that. Oh, now he let go. Wow. He did some work on that guy. Sorry, bud. Does that count as a catch? I didn't reel him in, but I reeled him up. I've had these days before, though. You grind, and your very last spot, wham. You set the world on fire. So I'm not giving up yet. Still got about another hour of light. And the downside is the sand gnats are getting really bad back here because there's no wind. I'm really tempted to scratch the live bait, tie on some jig heads, and start whacking some creek mouths to see if I can find some flounder. I just don't feel great. I'm trying to stick it out and see this plan all the way through. All right, fellas, I think the fish gods have answered. Oh man, I was just reeling this last rod in, giving up on the whole bottom fishing thing, and I got a big redfish here. Oh, she is not happy either. This is a big one too. Boy, she's angry. A lot of head thrashing. Woo! Boy, these sand gnats are getting bad, boy. Come on up, let me see. Let me see how big. Whoa! Oh boy, that's a 29, 30-inch redfish again. I don't even have my net. No. Just trying to go under the boat. Come back up. interested in losing this fish. Let's see if we can get her up to the top here. Oh, she's big again, boy. Oh, I tell you, boys, it would not be a low country fishing video without a redfish. Come on up, honey. I know. You are big, honey. I want you to come this side. I'm better at this side. Come on. Grab my net. I gotta watch that swim ladder. Come on. Make it worth it. Yeah. Easy, easy, easy. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Come on. Boy, she just hadn't given up yet. I guess she hasn't really had to fight hard. There she is. All right, baby, you're done. Got her. Yes. Oh. Can't even lift her. Woo. Bang. That's what I'm talking about. 30-inch redfish all day right there. Should be 29 and a half. Woo. Sucking in the gnats like crazy. Get my redfish tagging kit. I definitely want to be able to tag this girl. All right, let's check her out, man. Boy, these gnats are, I keep saying it, but they're getting bad. Look at that circle hook right in the corner. Perfect. All right there, mama, open up. Open up, mama. Got it. Easy, 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 easy. All right, I said 30. There's 0. 30 on the button. Yes, dude. That's what I'm talking about. Got my tag all ready to go. Boop. 1, 2, 3, 4. Under. Bang. Tagged redfish. How about that, guys? Look at that fish. Absolutely gorgeous. That made this trip all worth it. The patience, man. Oh God, I had more patience than I care to admit today. But we got her caught, we got her tagged, and let's get her back. Yes. All right, man, that absolutely made my day. It absolutely made the trip, to be honest. I set out this morning with a goal of trying to catch some redfish along these tree lines somewhere, anywhere, to be honest. And what's crazy is this is the very, very last spot that I was going to try, and I was going to pick up and just honestly head back to the house. I was going to tie on some topwater baits along the way and see if I can maybe catch something off of maybe a little topwater bite. But now that I got that big 30-inch redfish, I'm gonna pack it up and I'm gonna head home. So it is what it is, you guys. Just a one fish kind of day, one fish kind of video for Low Country Fishing. So as always, thank you guys so much for the support. I hope you enjoyed today's video for what it's worth. If you would like to leave a thumb up for today's content, don't forget to do that, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care, you guys. God bless.